This is Dennis Sietsma. Dennis John Sietsma Productions, Homestead, Florida, USA. It's September 19th, 2023. September 19th, 2023. It's about 9 a.m. It's a Tuesday. The outdoor temperature's around 78 this morning. It's a beautiful morning in South Florida. I had the tropical fruit grove, Sietsma tropical fruit. I had the grove mowed yesterday. I was lucky and found somebody that could mow it for me until I get my tractor fixed. I had an engine fire on the Kohler Commander engine, the CV730-0017 engine, 25 horse. 2003 year of manufacture on a GT 5000 Craftsman. Anyway, I love to have the grass mowed because the egrets come in and love to feast on easy access. See if they flew away or if they stayed. Yep, there they are. I don't want to scare them. There they went. They flew away. Anyway, when I woke up this morning, I came out my front door and there was a whole flock of them harvesting from the short grass. And been raining a lot here in South Florida. This year's been a good year for mangoes, and I sold those to Miami Fruit, and they were very nice. MiamiFruit.com. And I had avocados too. I normally sell to Brooks Tropicals, but this year I sold to Miami Fruit because they were so nice. Really nice people to do business with. MiamiFruit.com. And got the American flag flying this morning. And oh, goodness. I still have some avocados to pick, even this late in the season, because the Simmons, some of them were small yet, but they're ready for picking now. They have to be a certain size before you pick, and the mangoes have to be a certain consistency. And I've got Namduck mangoes in Keat and Kent, and Valencia Pride, one big tree of Valencia Pride, carambola, and lychees. I haven't had lychees in 2 years now. Lychees are kind of sporadic. It's feast or famine with lychees. And I'm going to wait probably another month and put fertilizer out. Now, Sietsma Tropical Fruits, I'm using that name for now to describe my operation here in the Redland farming area. And I plan to put in some new trees. We've had laurel wilt here, and I've tried to plant new trees, and because it's been so hot and so dry last year, the trees didn't take. Some of them lived and some didn't. And replacing a big tree like this one is expensive. To take the old tree out and have it mulched, and then the machine work too is expensive to have the new tree planted. You can use your own labor if you want, and I can too for picking, but it depends year to year if labor's available and how much I feel I can do at my age. But we're still picking avocados, and there goes by Grove Services truck. They're apparently picking. So these two big Waldens here on the right, those trees will have avocados on them almost all the way till Christmas. So I have avocados that come in July with the Simmons, and I got a couple Monroe, and I put in a couple new trees they call Donnies, and the Donnies have not done that well. and it takes about 5 years from the time you plant to the time you start getting avocados. And at the rate Miami's urban sprawl is expanding into the Redland, I don't even know if it's gonna survive. Every other piece of property I've studied has gone to urban sprawl here in Redland. Anyway, appreciate you watching the channel. The channel's growing, getting more subscribers. And subscribers are important only if you plan to be monetized. Oh, there goes a load of avocados to the packing house. And the way it works is that may be tropical fruit. Anyway, or oriental trees. Down here, a lot of us grow ornamental trees. And this place converted a lot to get ready for the cannabis industry that really hasn't taken off that much. They expected it to, but apparently people aren't into cannabis that much anymore, or the legal marijuana just hasn't done a whole lot for agriculture in Florida yet that I can perceive. Of course, I'm just one person and one perspective. I've not been to the farmers meetings for a while now, the Ag Council here in Southeast Florida in Homestead. Haven't been to those meetings in a while, but they're on Zoom and online, and they're recorded and can be played back later, so I participate that way. Anyway, it's a beautiful morning here on September 19th, 2023, and I mainly do these videos for my audience, especially the subscribers that like to follow my different projects. I'm a do-it-yourself aficionado. I like doing my own work, and I use shops occasionally, and I've met some wonderful shop owners and some great artisans at shops, so it's worth it. Sorry for my shaky hands. I should have used the tripod, but I was trying to sneak up on those birds before they flew away. And I guess I'm a bird watcher, unofficially. A little bird feeder out there full of feed. But I love seeing the grove mowed. I got to work on the tractor. I got to get the fire damage on that tractor fixed. And I've put a new battery on it yesterday. Got that from AutoZone. And I had new cables that I fabricated. I got the marine grade cable from West Marine, and I got the lugs from O'Reilly's and the crimper, and I made my own battery cables to my specs. I'm waiting to buy a new tractor, but they're not available yet. They stopped production on a lot of gasoline engines, the higher horsepower, like the 25 horsepower Kohler. I'm waiting. They got the 24 horse, but I'm holding out for the 25 until Husqvarna starts making that tractor again with the 25. It apparently is just on hold, or they're sold out because they haven't taken it off the internet yet, but they're not available yet. The 24 horsepower just became available, and that I could buy that. You know, 1 horsepower is not that big a deal, but for some reason the other is cheaper, like $300 less, and 300 bucks is 300 bucks. You know, better in my pocket, I figure. But in the meantime, I'm paying a contractor to mow the grove for me with a big machine, and did a beautiful job yesterday. And the hand mowing I do with a weed whacker, and the weed whacker's not working at right RPM, so I got to clean the exhaust system on that and see if I can get it to come up to full power again. It's running at an idle grate. Anyway, we'll get into it a separate video on that. But audience, I appreciate you. Give me a thumbs up if you watched it all the way to the end. And hopefully we'll catch some better birds action later in the day, because they're going to be back. and the trash's already been picked up early this morning on a Tuesday morning in September 19th, 2023. It's a Tuesday. My name's Dennis Sietsma. This is Dennis John Sietsma Productions, Homestead, Florida, USA. It's like a steam bath here today, just so hot. I like it hot and steamy. I grew up in Chicago. I love Chicago, but the weather, not so much. The Chicago winters are brutal, and the summers are red hot. And if I gotta endure a red hot summer, I'd rather do it in South Florida, where I can go out in the boat and snorkel and scuba dive. Southeast Florida is really nice with the coral reefs. Oh, there's a squirrel, Mr. Squirrely. And I think the wildlife appreciates what I'm doing here, not turning this into urban sprawl. I know that's in its future, no matter what I do, but I bought this property in 1977 and I developed it myself, planting all these trees by hand myself, or I had help with a few of them, but for the most part I planted all these trees and replanted, there's been hurricane after hurricane here. Anyway, Dennis John Sietsma Productions, Homestead, Florida, USA. Thanks for watching.